Hello. So this is an update on the EMG stuff I've been fiddling with. So I got a bunch of circuitry breadboarded, but I'll get to that in a sec. But up on the scope, got it in XY mode, and here's my hand in an uncomfortably relaxed position. It's actually really weird to not activate any muscles in your hand. It's hard, but if I wiggle this finger, got lots of activity in the X, and if I open my hand or raise my hand, we get lots of activity in the Y. Clench my fist, it goes all crazy. It's quite sensitive. Down here on the other scope is my heartbeat. Which you can just barely see going by there. And then here on a pair of tiny XY scopes, these are actually hooked up to my back. So again, it's really hard to stand in a position where everything's relaxed. There we go. So horizontal, left and right, those are my lower back, so basically like the muscles that keep you upright. And then if I lift one leg, oh, it's really hard to do, geez, only one, and hold the camera. Yeah. Now it's working better on that side. If I lift one leg or the other, I also get these vertical outputs, and these are muscles on my sides. I don't know the names for anything yet. I gotta get a little more technical that way. But anyway, if I'm walking along, we get a nice, you're just kind of walking in place. There's a repetitive pattern there. It's a little hard to see because the camera's probably shaking and the scopes are slow. But all this is for controlling a robotic tail, among other things, or really it could be used for just about any prosthetic. But I've built it up to 7-channel just to test isolation. So, the heart is a massive, relatively global signal. So, building one EMG circuit to pick up muscle or heart or whatever isn't too bad. But having a whole bunch of them down and not having them cross-talk is a little tricky. But I got it to work. I ended up going with the typical AD620 instrumentation preamplifier, and then I got standard TLO84s, quad ops for doing the filtering. So there's, let's see, each one is a total 6th order high-pass filter tuned at about 23 Hz, and a 4th order low-pass filter tuned to about a kilohertz. There's also a high attenuation 60 Hz notch filter in there. It's fairly sharp. Yeah. So I finally got some nice multi-channel EMG stuff going. And it's repeatable and nice clean signals, and it's taken a while. So now I'm going to compact all of this down to surface mount circuitry, and each one of these boards basically will just be like a little sub-module. I'm thinking of making little strip-like boards that all plug into a small back plane. These chips here are just tiny microcontrollers. Those will be used for data acquisition. So they're all going to be hooked up to a serial bus, or actually several serial buses. And they'll also have PWM outputs. So they'll be able to do, I'll put a variable gain cell in here There actually is one already, like I just have it set to a preset gain. I think it's around 10 right now. But I'm going to make it so that the gain of each channel can be controlled individually. So there's a microcontroller for each channel that does the sampling and the gain control, along with a little bit of local buffering and this and that. Maybe some average filtering. But anyway, yeah. Multi-channel EMG. Lots of parts, not all that complicated. Just a bunch of Butterworth filters in the right order. But I love how sensitive this thing is. It's crazy. Some of the, unfortunately, I don't have the real plugs for these, so the gator clips touch, and I get a bit of noise there. That's what that is. But otherwise, it's pretty clean, pretty sensitive. If I set everything up right, I can get controllable wiggles like this, like my repeatable vertical and horizontal output. There we go. But moving so little I can't even see my hand move, but the signals are there. It's nice. EMG's fun. Anyway, thanks for watching.